It's the vlogging Colonel. This is the Colonel's vlog. Welcome, everyone, to day 16, I think, of the vlog. Yeah, I think it's day 16. Been pretty good. Yesterday, went over to the Hurstbourne Scrooge McDuck Mansion, the clubhouse, the Linwood Hall, and then the Revolutionary safe house from the Indians. Interesting. Today I was going to go somewhere. Ended up not going to that place. We think we found the house that we're going to stay in, live in, buy. No longer just staying or living, but buying it. And yeah, super excited about that. But in all of that excitement, I mean, paperwork and dreams, I forgot to go. I didn't forget. I just had other priorities today than driving to where I had planned on going. So then I was like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? I'll stay here. So I'm up on my porch, my treehouse porch, and I figured I'd smoke a pipe. Didn't bring my correct accoutrement, but smoke what I got anyway. I think this is Bayou Night by Cornell and Dahl. I believe that's what this is. I really like Cornell and Dahl. And some people, everybody has their opinions. But I like it. They have a lot of good flavors. One of my favorites, I like We Three Kings. And then, what else? There's another one I like from them. Something Cake. It's another kind of New Orleans Bayou blend. But my favorite aromatic by pipe tobacco by Cornell and Dahl would certainly be Autumn Night or Autumn Evening. That is a delicious aromatic. And if you're around people that they don't really like the smell of smoke, they can probably find their way around that one. It smells like, if you've ever been to Gatlinburg or somewhere like that, or just like a Denny's, IHOP, it kind of smells like every maple syrup pancake. But this is not bad either. This is Bayou Nights by Cornell and Dahl. I believe it's primarily Virginia, but it's got an English heft to it. I'm not a big tobacco connoisseur, you would say, but I just like what I like. But whether I like a touch of Latakia, which I think this might have, if I like it, I like it. I actually, when it comes to pipes, I mix my own. There's a few mixes I like to do with my favorite blends that are my own. So, and if you haven't tried that, I encourage you. If you have like two favorites and they kind of fit in the same category, or sometimes even if they don't, or you try blending them, throw it in a bowl. But this Bayou Nights, this is a bit stronger now. If you're not, it's not on full-on English. Full-on English, I'm not even a huge fan of full-on English. I like this. It's a bit strong though, for beginners or people that aren't super into the tobacco and maybe prefer aromatics. I love Sherlock Holmes, which is a Peterson blend, and it's in English. It's it's a largely English type of blend, but it's dialed back a little bit. It's mellowed out. It's a good thinking, good to read a book. But extremely English forward blends, it takes, I got to be in the right hearty mood for it. And even then, sometimes I'll find myself only smoking half of a bowl. I'll probably go through this one though. This was not bad. For evening smoking blends, there's a cop. It's Kopp, but there's cope. Well, how you say it. But then there's a partnership with another company I can't remember off the top of my head. But Caribbean something. One day I'll smoke it and I'll show you the tin and everything. I did not plan on doing this. Isn't really a pipe tobacco smoking review. I guess it is now. But really, I just needed something to vlog about today. So, here I am, talking about tobacco. Smoke cigars too. I smoked cigarettes for many years, against everyone's advice, including my own. I knew better. And that was an on and off again thing from the time I was probably 15 years old. It was tough. Also dipped for 5-6 years, maybe more. And in my early 20s, and during that time would occasionally smoke cigarettes heavily while dipping. I do not recommend that either. But about 3 years ago now, I quit cigarettes. And just was like, well, And for those that think you quit onto a pipe tobacco or a cigar, it might work, it might not. I had tried before and failed. They are not the same. And they do not smoke the same. It's not the same experience. Well, a cigarette is not comparable. It don't scratch the same itch. It's not as convenient. It's not something you do. You don't smoke a pipe on a 5-minute break. Like a bathroom break, length break. Smoke them over the course of a vlog. And of course, you don't inhale. Obviously, you do inhale a certain amount of smoke. If you're smoking smoke and you're in a room with smoke, you are inhaling some smoke. But it's all the olfactory experiences, which is an adjustment to make. But knowing I needed to quit, I went the cigar route this time, and was successful. I have smoked a few cigarettes, so I'm not the type that if I quit something and then I'm at the right function or thing and somebody has one, I can smoke it. And as long as I don't go home and buy a pack or take a few, put it in my pocket, something like. If I just have a cigarette with somebody, or there's been some people that are going through stuff. I've smoked with them. I've been going through stuff. They give me a cigarette, I smoke it. Now, I do not recommend that. I'm not saying that that's okay. But in the past 3 years, I went from a pack a day to maybe 3 cigarettes a year. maybe 4. I think that's, to me, that's quit. I've quit. And enjoy cigars and tobacco, pipe tobacco. Pipe tobacco, I really prefer in the cold seasons, and I enjoy cigars in the warm. And part of it is that one is more conducive than the other to indoor use. Now we have a basement segregated way down in the, and I've, probably a $600 air filtration. And when we move to the new place, I'm going to have a secondary unit involved in the extraction and filtration, the extraction of the smoke, ventilation out of the room, out of the house, and also the filtration. But nothing you can do will eliminate the smell of smoking a cigar or a pipe in a room. But it can circulate it very quickly, so that within a very short amount of time, you wouldn't really detect. Pipe tobacco has a sweeter smell to most people, depending on what you smoke. Now, if you smoke, certain blends of pipe tobacco, and you just don't like aromatics. Aromatics are the ones that people typically enjoy, although most pipe tobacco has a sweet, much nicer smell than cigar smoke. That is to the non-smoker, to the person tolerating someone that is smoking nearby. And this is a Calabash pipe. Calabash being this bowl. It's a squash. It's the, I won't turn this over, but like a gourd. It would have like a big old eggplant. This is where it connects to the vine. It's the very top of a gourd. And then a meerschaum, kind of like a type of, almost like a clay. It's not clay, but it's a clay-like moldable substance that the bowl's made of, and it sits down in the little squash. And this one kind of got lucky. I didn't quite know what it was, and the person who sold it to me didn't quite know what it was. But I did find out later. Now, you probably can't see in this light. There are inscriptions. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to. There are inscriptions, which are British inscriptions. And this is about 100 and, well, this would be around 1906 or 1912. And it was a true British. It was made in a particular workshop. I have it all written down. We figured out where it was from. But all those symbols, they explain everything. And so that was interesting. A lot of people say, hey, I don't really like to smoke out of the Calabash. That's the type of pipe. People smoke, briar woods of different sorts. There's other woods as well. But I love smoking out of a Calabash. It's not annoying. The bowl never falls out that I've ever had happen. And I love I smoke slow a lot of times, but sometimes if I'm really enjoying a tobacco, I might start really chugging at it. And that thing will get hot in your hand, get uncomfortable, and that hot tobacco translates into your tongue. You get kind of some mouth burn. They call it tongue bite. But basically, you burnt yourself. But that is not really a feature of a calabash, because the smoke, there's no piece of clay going through or one solid piece of wood. You've got like a bowl insulated or inside of this air filled pipe, and so it just circulates in there and comes out nice and cool. So even if you get really going at it, it doesn't get so hot that it wants to hurt your fingers. But if you're interested in pipe smoking, particularly if you don't really enjoy it, like if you don't like smoking cigars, but you like the smell of pipes and you're like, oh, that really smells good, and I would definitely go with an aromatic on your first. And I would recommend Cornell and Dahl's Autumn Nights, especially if you have a girlfriend or wife or partner or anybody that does not like the smell of tobacco, for the sake of their tolerance of your habits or simple pleasures. Another one, much simpler to get, just old good old Captain Black. Oh, I'm gonna get hell for saying that. Good Lord. Captain Black. Captain Black is just smooth, smells good. And if you're a first time smoker, just want to try a pipe and enjoy it, not, potentially spend a lot of money on something that you don't understand. It's a great starter blend. I keep a whole glass jar of it. And I have a rather sophisticated collection of different tobaccos. And I still sometimes will smoke a Captain Black, especially with coffee in the morning. I mean, I'm just kind of looking for a little nicotine hit and with some coffee caffeine. And I don't want to, be all super smoky and feel like a heavy smoke. Captain Black, refreshing on the porch with coffee. Well, anyway, I'm running out of time. I'm going to finish this pipe. I'm probably halfway, maybe 2/3. I'm going to finish this. But I'm going to finish it while I upload this, because we are almost out of time here for me to meet my vlog-a-day commitment. What time is it? Yes, 11:08. So I got to get this rendered and shot up to the interwebs. And I'll see you there within the hour. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for enjoying my pipe. And I don't know where we're going tomorrow or what it will bring. But for now, this vlog is going up in smoke.